Hi my dear friends! I recently bought a new hard drive, so let's see what we can make from the old one. First of all, let us unscrew the 7 screws, 6 on the edges and 1 in the middle, which is hidden under the label. Let's lift up the case, unscrew the screws and remove the top neodymium magnets. These are very powerful magnets. They can lift objects more than 1,000 times its own weight. All modern drives have 2 HSA stoppers and 2 neodymium magnets. To take out the second magnets, we can unscrew 2 screws, thus taking it out with a holder, or we can unscrew the HSA and try to pry it out with a screwdriver. Uses for these magnets are almost limitless. Let's see a few examples. For instance, you can use it for fixing and gripping, for toys, for cleansing of the engine and transmission oil, finding treasures and lost things underwater, remagnetizing other magnets, and so on. The second idea is about making a mini hammery wheel from an old hard drive. To make one, first of all we need to measure the diameter of the disc and put it on the sandpaper. I'm going to do it with the help of compasses. It's better to use fine-grained sandpaper, not to overload the motor. Let's cut out the outer diameter with scissors and the internal diameter with a utility knife. We will glue the sandpaper to the disc, but in case if you don't want to wait and if you want to change the used sandpaper easily, use double-sided tape. In general, our mini sharpener is ready. Let's connect it to the power supply and start using it. Though it's not big, it's quite powerful. It's enough to sharpen screwdrivers, pencils, chisels and knives. So usually old computer cases make too much noise. One of the causes, except for coolers, is the direct contact of the hard drive and the case. When information is processed, hard drives reach high speeds, and some slight vibrations occur. But later it turns to something far worse when reflecting from the computer case. A small factory defect, bad soldering or even halfway screw will always let you know about them. So to solve the problem we will need to cut out 4 rubber strips. You can use an old bicycle inner tube, old rubber ball or just a piece of rubber foot pad as in my case. Let's screw the strips to the hard drive and place it in a new place. Just a little below your disk drive or even instead of it, if you don't use it of course. So we get a great result, because rubber absorbs most of the vibrations. This setup can also be called anti-shock. If you accidentally kick the case, it won't affect the hard drive. By the way, if you have ever did something to your computer that you regret now, share it in the comments and under what circumstances it happened. That's all for now, see you in the next one. Hello, my dear friends! In today's video I'm going to show you how to make a spy electric shock pen. In order to make this pen we need one small nail and two lighters. First one is for heating the nail, and the second one to remove the piezoelectric element from it. We need a pen. It should be thick enough to put a piezoelectric element in it. Also, it should contain a metal clip, as it will conduct a spark. Then we need a mini hacksaw and, of course, your favorite glue pistol. Firstly, we have to remove the piezoelectric element from the lighter. As I've got an aluminium lighter which differs from the simple cheap lighters, we will need a small screw key to remove the piezoelectric element. Untwist the bolts, remove the core and the piezoelectric element. Now we move to the pen. First we have to take it to pieces. I forget to mention that the pen must contain a button. As you may notice, there are plastic pieces on the pen. Here's the first one, and the second one is on the top of the pen. We have to remove it carefully as well. Put the piezoelectric element next to the top plastic part and put two marks, one near the end of the piezoelectric element button and the second one near the metal part ending. Now take a mini hacksaw and cut. We won't use the middle part of the plastic cylinder anymore. Remove the metal clip. Hit the nail with the lighter and make a small hole. Cut this part for the piezoelectric element wire with the hacksaw. Now let's start assembling. Insert the button, then glue the piezoelectric element wire isolation intensively with the hot glue gun to avoid sideways sparkle strikes. Stick the piezoelectric element evenly to the second part of the cylinder. Slightly bend the top part of the piezoelectric element wire and insert this semi-product into the body of the pen. Pass the wire through the hole carefully. Then insert this wire into the groove we made before. And press it with a metal clip. Well guys, electric shock pen is almost ready. Let me explain you how it works. Pushing the button and moving the pivot, you press the piezoelectric element. The piezoelectric element produces a spark, which is passed through the wire to the metal clip. Holding the pen in a hand gives an electric shock. You may also make a non-fake pen. Sticking the pivot to the pen, you may also use it for writing. The only disadvantage is that the pivot can't be moved back. But you can be sure that if you leave this pen on the table during a break, the thief will be struck with the electric shock. Also, you may entertain your friends with this pen, or joke on those students who always leave a pen at home. Did you know? Military police in Alaska can't receive electric shockers in their disposal before they test them on their officers.